Hi again, everyone. I'm the Cantankerous Collector. This is episode number 132. My eBay store is Death by Buffalo. Death by Buffalo. I sell a lot of pop culture and comic book related stuff, so check it out when you get a chance. So, we're celebrating Jaws' 50th anniversary this year, and they've released a bunch of stuff. In fact, I picked up this the other day. This is the Empire magazine Jaws 50th anniversary issue. This is new. It's got like a 14-page article, which is I haven't read it yet, but it looks pretty interesting. I mean, they probably repeat most of the stuff we already know, but it's always cool to get a magazine with the Jaws cover. This thing was like 13.50 though, and I bought two of those. She was like, "That'll be $27." I'm like, "The fuck." I mean, 27 bucks for two magazines? What are we doing? What's going on in this world? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the prices are crazy. Uh, and I just got this in today. This is Silver Buffalo made this. I got this off of the Walmart website. It's the Jaws acrylic tumbler. Silver Buffalo has done some Jaws stuff over the years. They've done some really cool stuff, actually. And this is pretty cool looking. It looks good. Got the shark on the back and the big Jaws text title. The big Jaws text title. So I'm trying to get this episode uploaded before or on June 20th, which is the official anniversary. Of course, Jaws was released to U.S. theaters June 20th, 1975. We delivered the bomb. Okay, so what I thought I would do, though, is I would uh, show some of my old Jaws stuff that I've got. I have this big box, it's really heavy, and it's filled with Jaws flat items. And I thought I would show some of these. I haven't really gone through this. I just opened it up and said, "Oh yeah, I'll do this." So I thought I would show some of this. I won't go through the whole box, but here's the. It's like a preview program to Jaws that they released at the theaters, and this is my original copy when I went to see Jaws. It's not the greatest condition. It's pretty worn. This was like 50 cents or $1 or something at the theater. I mean, movies at the time were only what, a couple bucks, I think. So this one's pretty much trashed condition wise, but this was my original. So there's some charm to it. You know, I didn't keep a lot of stuff from when I was a kid. I've got very few items, and it sucks, but you know, a lot of the stuff I didn't keep in really good condition. But this, you know, this has got storyboards and pictures from the movie and actor biographies, a potpourri of Jaws pictures and information. You know, they've got the picture of the shark, you know, pushing the scoutmaster into Mike Brody. Of course, this was a deleted scene, and I don't remember what my reaction was as a kid when I saw this picture. I imagine I said, "Wait a minute, what? I don't remember that happening." And this picture made its rounds. I believe it was in Time magazine with the Super Shark cover, and the ensuing article, I think, had this picture in it. And so I'm sure people question, like, "Wait a minute, I don't remember seeing that." But I don't remember what my reaction was. I like this. I like this shot. But you know, in comparison to what they did, that was really cool too. That was a great shot of the shark taking them and the leg falling. But I mean, this was pretty gruesome, and you know, I guess that's why Spielberg said he didn't want to include that. It was just too much. I thought it was pretty cool. But hey, I'm not complaining, man. I'm not complaining. All right, what do we got? Oh, here it is. Here it is. These are oh yeah, the Jaws knee socks. knee-high stockings, $1.75. These are from 1975. I don't know how rare these are. The packaging here is not so great. It's kind of jacked up. There's a hole there. But the contents are mint. They're in prissy mint condition. One size fits 8.5 by 11. Oh, that's perfect. These will go great with my dolphin shorts and a tank top. Next time I'm in Los Angeles, I think I'm going to slide these on, take a stroll down Santa Monica Boulevard, and see if Eddie Murphy picks me up. You take me to your house of shame. Da-da. Easy on your body when you got no name. Da-da. Hold me like you know me, I'm a falling star. Catch me if you can. Show me the way inside. It's even got some yellow tape on the back. Look at that. 50-year-old Scotch tape. Yeah, boy. Jaws knee socks. Yeah, I got a few items in my collection. Not just Jaws, but everything. That's kind of, you may look at me like, what do you have that for? Well, it's Jaws. Okay, what else do I got? Oh, this is a birthday card. This was from one of my sisters sent me this. It's always cool to get Jaws stuff from family. So the front of the card says, you know it's coming. You open up, it says, hope it's happy. And they used to play the Jaws theme, but the battery's dead, unfortunately. This is official. This is a Hallmark card, and it's an official Jaws product. It says on the back, Jaws theme music, written by John Williams. Jaws is a trademark and copyright of Universal Studios. Hi again, everyone. I am the Cantankerous Collector. This came out in 2007, almost 20 years old. I don't know if you can replace those or not. It's kind of sealed in there now. Okay, what else do I have? I got a Universal Studios sticker. I don't know if this is from like 1989 or 1990. Wasn't that the year the Jaws ride at Universal Studios Florida came out? This may have been in conjunction with that. Claws. It's not Jaws, it's claws. It's as if God created the devil and gave it claws. Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, St. Nick, in a movie based on Peter Benchley's best-selling novel, Claws. Hope you take a bite out of the holiday season. Oh, what else? Oh, these are really cool. So in 2005, the 30th anniversary of Jaws, they had Jawsfest at Martha's Vineyard. And so I went there. It was the second time I went to Martha's Vineyard. I previously went to Martha's Vineyard in 1998. I went there on a winter's day in January. I was sent to train out in Boston, and I had the weekend off. So I took the ferry out to Martha's to check everything out. And this was kind of before everybody, was heading there and, doing their videos and all that stuff. And I had a ball. It was great. But in 2005, I went out there for Jawsfest, and I met the daughter of Craig Kingsbury, Ben Gardner. Wait till we get them silly bastards down in that rock pile. There'll be some fun. They wish the fathers had never met their mothers when they start taking them bottoms out and slamming it into them rocks, boy. So he had passed away, and she wrote a book about him, which I bought, and she signed it for me. And if you bought her book, she would give you a free canceled check from Craig Kingsbury. So you'd get his autograph, which I thought was really cool. I mean, I thought it was really cool. So when I went out there in 1998, he was still alive. And she told me, oh, you should have stopped by to, and say hi. But I didn't have a lot of those, addresses and stuff like that. I mean, I knew where the general sites were because I did some research online and stuff. But, I didn't have details like that. So she gave me 2 checks. She let me go through. She had a big stack of checks because Apparently, that's all he wrote checks. He never used plastic, never used credit cards or anything. He was always writing checks. And she let me have two. And I was going through them looking at, who he made all these out to. And this was awesome. This was awesome. It made out to Universal. Universal, not Universal Studios or Universal Pictures, but Universal Septic Products. And look, it's just got his name, Craig Kingsbury. It doesn't even have his address. It's like everybody knows him. They all know where he lives. Oh, yeah, the guy from Jaws. Has anyone seen Craig? Not his torso. I still can't figure out how the shark spit my head back into the boat. And the second one is written to our favorites, the IRS, the Internal Rev Service. Who knows what our fine representatives spent this money on? Oh, God. These are really cool, though. It's so cool to have these, have his signature, too. I wish I would have stopped in to see him. That would have been cool. Okay, what else? We got, okay, here's a miniature. I think this is a foreign comic. It is. This is the cover. So Jaws was so popular that it filtered into all types of stuff, including comic books. I was a big comic book fan back then. I didn't have this comic when I was a kid, but this is a miniature version of the Action Comics that came out in the U.S., and this was their Jaws cover. There was a lot of comic books with like a Jaws theme, sort of like mimicking Roger Castell's classic artwork, but with a twist on it. Here we've got, the shark breaching and grabbing Superman's cape. So the cover art on this is by Mike Grell, who I met many, many years ago and didn't have a very pleasant experience with him, but he was a really good artist, though. What do we got here? This is a Jaws postcard from Universal Studios. Oh, there's a couple of them. There's this one here without any logo, and then this one here with the logo. Always sit on the right side of the tram at Universal Studios if you want a close-up shot of the shark. This is a public service announcement from the Cantankerous Collector. This is cool. This is from 1975. These are authentic shark's teeth, or authentic shark's tooth in this case, on a tough gold-plated steel neck chain. I think this is from 75. It is 1975 from a company called P.S. I Love You. Mr. Vaughn, I pulled a tooth the size of a shot glass out of the wrecked hull of a boat out there. Another Universal Studios postcard. This is when the shark had those really long carrot teeth. I don't know why they did that. I think they probably didn't want to make it look too ferocious or something, but it just looked real cornball. And this was 1978. So I think this was the first shark that they used on the tram tour, and it was comical, and thank God they replaced it. I never got to see this version of the shark, but it was real goofy. Here's some more authentic shark teeth. TIBURON. TIBURON. Wow, this is on a rubber band. I mean, this thing is so brittle. Wow. I'm surprised this thing hasn't just deteriorated. Tiburon means shark. That's the only Spanish word I know. All right, what else do I got here? Here's a Jaws iron-on transfer with some unlicensed, scratchy, amateurish, pill-popping, acid-tripping artwork. We saw a lot of Jaws art like this in the 70s, especially on t-shirts. You know, as a kid, I was totally into t-shirts and iron-on transfers, and that was like a real big deal in the 70s. You know, and they had a lot of cool comic book related ones, and a lot of, you know, you'd see them in the back of comic books. You'd see, you know, they had Rat Fink and you know, a lot of hippie peace stuff, keep on trucking and all that stuff. Jowelry, jowelry from the spectacular motion picture from Universal Studios by Good Time Jewelry. New exciting Jaws jowelry. This is from 75 also. 50 years old. Yeah, boy, 50 years old. Forget the engagement ring. Give her this. Here's a sticker sheet. This was inside the those coin vending machine things. You put a quarter in, and you'd get a capsule with one of these stickers rolled up inside. And I remember seeing this as a kid. I think I had a couple of these. This is the actual sheet that was inside the glass container. What else I got? Oh, I've got this. I have this. I don't know if this is legitimate or not. I bought this from a guy. This is supposed to be Robert Mattie's signature, and I've researched this, and I have not been able to find anything. I haven't researched it in several years, but I remember looking for an example of his signature. Bob Manny was a mechanical effects artist who worked for Disney and created a bunch of the animatronic creatures, including the crocodiles, for Disneyland and the Jungle Cruise and stuff like that. He also created the giant squid in the film 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and he oversaw production in the mechanical sharks used in Jaws. He was described as a real fun guy by Joe Alves, the Jaws production designer. But I don't know if that's legit or not. I've got a COA here, a receipt and stuff, but I paid $28 for it. I don't know. If you know, let me know. What do we got here? Here's a 45 RPM record. You young folks have probably never seen one of these. This is the title theme from Jaws. John Williams. He did the music for my two all-time favorite movies, Jaws and the Poseidon Adventure. Rogo, get them through! Here we've got another iron-on. And this is another one of those. I got two of them. Another one of those vending machines. So you'd pay 25 cents and you'd get the Jaws Super Shark. This was a knockoff of the Bob Peak Super Shark artwork on the classic 1975 Time magazine that had an article about Jaws, and the caption on the cover was Super Shark. Got a bunch of postcards, a bunch of Universal Studio stuff. Oh wow! Oh yeah. I've got an Amity police patch that I bought And this was sold to me as an original. Never been able to authenticate it. It looks original. I know they make a lot of these now and they're, reproduced by a lot of different people selling patches and stuff. This thing looks real. It looks authentic to me. You tell me. I'm not an expert on anything. I'm gonna put this on this shirt. No, I'm just kidding. Very cool. Is it authentic? Is it real? I don't know. This is the Directors Guild of America Action Magazine, July through August 1974. 75 cents. This is pre-Jaws. This is 51 years old. 51. Not 50, 51. This is on location with Jaws. I'll have to read this again. It's been a while since I've looked at this. Wow, this is nice shots. A lot of really cool shots in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. 9-page articles. Really nice shots that, wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that one of Quint. There's a shot of the orca, the blackfish. You get that blackfish on my boat, pump out the bilge and stop off the fuel tanks. Then get your ass out of here because you're on the beach. Mr. Quint. All right, so, I got one more thing to show because I just got this. This is awesome. I just picked this up and I never thought I would get one of these in this condition. But this is 50 years old. Came out in 1975. It was one of those cool Jaws items. This is the Jaws beach towel. And this thing has never been used. It's certainly never been washed. And it is gorgeous. It's as white as my ass. I mean, this is awesome. This is a great Jaws collectible, and I just got this. It came in just a few days ago from 1975 by Cannon Mills. I mean, this is awesome. This is an awesome Jaws collectible. This is one of the best Jaws collectibles out there. But this is rare because of its condition. And it is unused. And I mean, how many of these could possibly be out there? I did see one on eBay several years ago that was still in a package, which was strange because you couldn't see the whole image. So it was almost like you didn't know what you were getting. And that went for a few $100s, but it was sealed. And it's not something you really want to open, especially that old. I mean, you lose the value in that. Regardless of, oh, well, I don't collect stuff in the package. I don't, well, yeah, I realize that. But you know what? It's 50 years old and it's still sealed. It's probably a good idea to keep it sealed. This is the ideal situation here to get one of these unused like this. And it's in great condition. The corner, everything it's like you bought it from the store. Jaws co-producer Richard Zanuck's looking down right now saying, yeah, we got something else in common, boy. Spirit World fist bump, yeah, boy. So the question is, what am I going to do with this? Well, I'm not going to bring it to the pool or bring it to the beach. And, I'm not sure how I would display something like this, but I don't know. But it's really cool to have. I mean, maybe I'll just go to work tomorrow like this. I don't know. It's really cool. I mean, I was really happy when I got this because you never know. You buy something, until it comes in, you just don't know sometimes what you're getting. But This is awesome, and it's original, and it's from 1975, and it's 50 years old, and that's all I got. So happy 50th anniversary, Jaws, and thanks for watching. I will see you soon.